Hello, Cancer. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love reading for the second half of June from the 16th all the way through the 30th. General advice as always, guys, so please keep in mind the details of any given reading. Take from it what makes sense for you personally and release the rest. So I'll be pulling from these two decks, the Pink Divine Love Oracle by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot, and then we'll grab some cards from the Relationship Design cards. This is by Sister Moon Tarot. I'll clarify, of course, with my own tarot decks. This is part one of your reading, and if it resonates with you, feel free to stick around to the end of this video. There will be a preview to the extended reading, and if it resonates, you're more than welcome to watch the whole thing over on my Patreon page. That link is down below in the description box. All right, so let's begin, Cancer, and see what you need to know at this time. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the second half of June, which of course begins Cancer season. So we have a few more days left to Gemini season, and then we enter into Cancer. All right, here we go. For Cancer, what do we need to know here? Ooh, incoming abundance. That's always nice. Reliable, structure, foundation. Beautiful. Maybe this reading will also address your career, a job, your passion. This is interesting. Look at the next card. We've got workaholic. All right, so Cancer, if this relates to your story, it's wonderful to have all of this incoming abundance. Maybe money matters. It's improving. Your job, maybe you're being recognized for all of your work, but you don't want to be in this mode of being all work and no play, because that creates an imbalance. So it does say take time to make room for love. Work may be overwhelming, keeping connections alive. So that could be an issue, if you're just not able to dedicate any time or energy to anything else but work. Look at the next card, guys. Robotic heart, and then you've got balance. It makes total sense. Robotic heart, empty feelings, boring, routine. Balance. Are things equal? Time to make adjustments. This is telling us right here, right off the bat, it's not equal. There's an imbalance here between work, play, pleasure, love, romance. Okay? So let's go ahead and grab some tarot here. We'll start off with my Valentine Connection Tarot. Interesting how those cards presented itself in that way. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer. Second half of June. So you got to make time for love. So the mundane, day-to-day work environment that you saturate yourself in, that could be standing in the way of you being able to make time for somebody. Look at this. You've got the Five of Cups right there, disappointment in love. This is loss right here. This is regret. So here's the thing, Cancer. If this is not you, if this doesn't represent what's going on in your life as far as you being somebody who burns the candle at both ends, just working way too much. If that's not you, then it could be the other person not making time for you and the relationship. So somebody got disappointed here, as we can see with the Five of Cups. It's loss, it's disappointment, so a situation, a relationship more than likely came to an end because somebody wasn't able to dedicate any time or energy to the relationship, and look at this, went into hermit mode. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Virgo specifically. Somebody's feeling isolated or feeling very alone. That could be you, that could be the other person. Just spending way too much time working. And so there's somebody here who decided, you know what? They don't have time for me, so let me just kind of hang out on my own and figure out what it is that I want to do. Because what it is that you're wanting, look at this, is that Two of Cups. Or that's what it is they're wanting from you. This is a soulmate card. They clearly feel connected to you. But look at this, guys. We've got the Seven of Cups, multiple possibilities. And what I'm feeling here and what I'm seeing here is somebody made a choice to just throw all of their efforts and energy into work, to be able to bring in the money, to be able to create a strong foundation in one's life, you know, setting that work environment to be a priority, which is a good thing. But if your love life, if a relationship is starting to suffer, which we see it is, then that's an issue. And it makes sense. Look at this, guys. Five of Wands. The competition in this case doesn't appear to be a third-party situation. The competition in this case is work and somebody who's unable to spend time with the other person. All right, so if this is your story, that's what's coming through. Let's go ahead and see what else. That's really interesting. All right, Cancer, what else for the second half of June here? So there has to be balance between work, play, work, and love. Magic, out of this world, unbelievable miracles. It might take a miracle to be able to fix this situation, but it's not impossible. Look at this. We do have guilt, remorse, shame, ownership. So this could be whoever hasn't been able to throw in any energy into the relationship. They are feeling guilty. And this could be an indication that they're finally owning up to what's been missing, what's been lacking. And I love how this is presenting itself here. Nourish, healthy, peaceful, nurture. In order for a relationship to thrive, to survive, to grow, you have to be able to dedicate time and energy. You have to be able to nurture it, to feed it with that love and affection. But we're seeing that that hasn't been happening, you know, and that might have ultimately contributed to a separation or somebody deciding to walk away and end it. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot. I'll be pulling from my Celestial Cosmos Tarot here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer. What else do we need to know? Look at that. We've got the World card coming through. So there is this cycle that needs to end, and that cycle is having to do with somebody not being able to dedicate time or energy into the relationship. And this really does make way for new cycles of change to come in. You know, as we can see, somebody's feeling guilty that they haven't been able to dedicate their time to the relationship. And this is nice. We've got the Star card, all right? So we've actually got fixed signs represented by the World card. We've got Aquarius represented by the Star. So Aquarius are represented in both of these cards. Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus as well. That could be your person, Cancer. So there's something about you and what you represent to this person that inspires them. And so it is through that inspiration that I feel they'll be able to be guided back to you, or at least have a better understanding of what they need to do to be able to give back to this relationship, to nourish it back to life, you know. Look at this. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. So this for me represents the divine masculine. And it's interesting, the image right here. It's a masculine looking like they're ready to get into a corporate environment, you know, their work life. So they've dedicated a lot of time and energy to that. But it's also somebody who's ready to put in the work to bring peace back into this relationship. So that's actually a really good energy that's coming through in that way. Look at this, guys. We've got the Hermit card coming up again. So until this person is really able to take some sort of action to restore the relationship, maybe Cancer, you're in hermit mode. You're just kind of doing your own thing, spending time on your own, soul searching. Maybe this person needed to be in hermit mode as well in order to figure out this remorse, this shame, this ownership of why they're feeling guilty. They needed time away from you, perhaps, in order to figure all of this stuff out. But look at this. We've got the King of Cups, and then we've got the Judgment. So this is what I'm getting, Cancer, that at the end of the day, there's a reconciliation that can happen. We have a Divine Masculine. They're wanting to really take their time to make sure they don't make any more mistakes here, but they really are ready to love you the way perhaps they failed to do so before. So they're waking up right here with that Judgment energy. Some of you guys could also be dealing with a Libra. So through this awakening, they've had that epiphany. They now see what it is that they need to do to, as we can see, nourish the relationship, nourish the partnership. So there will be, I feel, communication that's coming in and giving them hopefully another chance to be able to work on the relationship for you guys to come back together. Because at the end of the day, I feel that that's what they're wanting. Okay, so I'll leave part 1 here, guys. If you resonate with this, stick around as the preview is coming right up. If you'd like your own personal private reading, that information is down below. See you next time. Take care. So this is not your burden to carry, Cancer. If somebody didn't treat you right, if they weren't putting in the effort into the relationship, if they were spending time with other people, or, as we've seen, they are a workaholic and unable to dedicate as much time as is necessary to the relationship. But what I can see here is we have a masculine. They have a very curious heart, a very curious mind. For those of you who are in separation, they really are very curious. You know, would you be able to revisit the opportunity to reconnect? Maybe they've been carrying this heavy burden through their actions and behaviors. In order for this relationship to work, teamwork is crucial, as we can see right there. Divine Feminine, you need to trust your intuition. You've got the High Priestess representing that energy. And then we have the Fool card. So it could ultimately fall on the Divine Masculine shoulders to take action, to reach out, to ask for forgiveness, to learn whatever lessons they needed to learn.